Welcome back, everyone. It is myself, Sader. Joining me, as always, now on CCG is Twist, and we've got some very exciting games for you today. A very tough one in the eyes of CCG, as we've been having a look before. A very tough opposition. RGN have been doing quite well. CCG have been doing quite well too, but this could be a tough one. This could be a close one. Twist, talk to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Like, if we look at the recent results, CCG, they have, I believe, 5 wins and 1 loss. And on the other side, well, one less game for the side of ReGain, but they also have 4 wins and 1 loss. So both teams definitely good. I don't think it's going to be just an easy run over, but I still think CCG can manage it. And interestingly enough, I think we have to talk a little bit about rosters, but also about the map pool. But first, let's take a look at rosters.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the players stepping up today onto the server, and it's Florida, Chinchilla, Rin, 2 RPM, and Trip. And there are a few faces that we've got to know over the last while. But on the other side, Sasha, Ray, XTS, Zukar, One, Dirk, and Joshi. And yeah, it's gonna be some really good action. As always, we have players to watch. Is there anyone you're keeping your eyes on from the side of ReGain that's standing out to you?
Well, I took a look at their Faceit, kind of lineup, and 4 out of 5 of their players are in the top. I believe there's 2,000, 1,000 perhaps. There's
Mm.
four of them are just, ranked like 106th and then 62nd and etc. So, they're definitely good players in terms of their elo. The interesting, though, is the map pool, because we were watching the map ban live, and we know CCG, we know how much they love Anubis, right? Like 50% of their games last season were pretty much on Anubis. Well, this time it went down to Anubis or Ancient, and well, CCG had to ban, and they actually picked Ancient. They banned Anubis, so this is interesting. We did see another Ancient game, believe it was the last one or the one before that. They did pretty well on Ancient, so it kind of makes sense in my head, but still, I feel like this is a huge change for CCG.
Yeah, it could be a massive change. The last time we did get to watch a game together, it was actually on Anubis, and it didn't go too well for him. As we go into the opening round here, Sasha's already opened up and taken ahead. They're giving a heavy push already. If you see them all just falling one by one, Florida also falling, and that is a nice and easy round for ReGain to start this one off.
Yeah, and it's on the CD side as well, with how T-sided the Ancient has become with all the updates, pushing back the CD spawn, etc. This is a pretty bad pistol round to lose, right? Because if you get like 4 rounds on CD side, I believe that's like considered very good. So losing the pistol is a huge no-no, right? Because this one is pretty much a freebie or should be a freebie for ReGain, and after that, you're on to the rifles, but you've already kind of given half the rounds you're allowed to give for the CD side, but it's definitely far from all over. We'll see what PCG have come up with for this eco round.
Yeah, they're sitting back and staying safe for the moment. A little bit of composure being shown, which is always good, but there's a bit of aggressive pay coming through here. Sasha, you want to use that SMG to its fullest potential, knows that there might be someone on the other end of the smoke. Will play it patiently though, but very pushed up. This could catch them off guard very easily as a step through. Is it going to come through here with a flash? There's a push. The shots are coming through, and Dirk actually gets the one. Sasha gets one blind. Dirk gets another. There comes the dualies, and it is just a wipe again as they haven't even picked up a single kill.
Yeah, Joshi to finish off the job. I mean, it was kind of promising. I like the flash in, Could have gone either way, but, with ReGain just having 2 players there ready to refrag, it was too much for CCG. So, on to the rifles or not, because, MP9s are going to stay on the side of ReGain. For CCG, they are going to buy up. So this is a pretty big round to win again. They want to get back into this game as soon as possible. Every single round they give the CTs is of huge value here, so hopefully they can find something in this one. It seems like, well, they're going to be looking for answers towards that A side of things. Classic mid control coming in from ReGain.
Yeah, mid control, those smokes are coming through. It's quick console commands, make sure everything's still running perfectly on the other side, but it's very composed and calm from both sides here. They're really waiting to find the perfect angle, the perfect shot, the perfect peak. A little bit of impatience there as the spray through comes down through the smoke, hoping to find something there, even a bit of chip damage and hopefully a kill, but nothing popping up as of yet in terms of kill feed. There's a good molly to set them back as the car takes a little bit of damage there. This should slow them down just a little bit, but for the moment, bomb is down, and do they have the answers to take this one back?
5v5 retake, this is something you don't see that often. Rin has a pretty nice backstab. Calm down the timing here. Trip first engagement, he gets the frag. Does not get the second. The time is ticking. Oh, this is just going to be a big brawl. Everyone's gonna peek at the same time. Nades come in, and Josh is good for one. Oh, Chinchilla, not like this. Florida goes down. Grin, the backstab comes in. He does get the diffuser off the bomb. He's gonna keep Pierce pushing. Oh, and he's not able to do it. The bomb wasn't really planted for him. It was kind of close, but you know, CCG losing 3 players in full possession there, and the bomb not planted. Not the best outcome there. Unfortunate, but at least they get the bomb down. The cash is not ruined.
The cash is not ruined. There's still a little bit more we want to see from them, but at least they managed to pick up a couple of kills. They looked like they were fighting in that one, which is still a good sign. So it's something we want to see more, but it's something. Let's see. There's a quick pause coming through. A little bit of a freeze, a little bit of time to break this one down. And so far, ReGain, how are you feeling about their style of play? They're very composed, very, very quiet going on to this kind of style. They're not really showing too much in terms of aggression, but they like to step into it. They just don't really get around that corner as quick as we like.
Yeah, I mean it's not often you see a 5v5 retake that's not in the pistol round. That was interesting. Yeah, I feel like they just don't want to like take aggressive peaks, right? They, as you said, they kind of just like staying together and then moving in together as a team, refragging. I think it's a good strategy for sure. I mean, some teams would prefer probably a more aggressive CD approach, but that kind of depends if you have those not star but like frag players, just aimers who are able to take those early engagements, and they're not. I mean, this is a good substitute. We'll see how it goes. I mean, technically, we'll only see like one rifle round. So yeah, CCG definitely have time to adapt, I feel like.
Time to adapt, time to play with it as we go back and have a quick look at the maps here. And is there any map that's standing out? We know Anubis and ReGain, we don't have too much information on. I haven't actually seen what they've been playing on, but in the terms of the meta and the way things are going, are you surprised not to see more of the likes of Nuke or Mirage at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, you know, I've been casting, I believe, 5 or 4 out of these 6 games for CCG, and most of them are either Ancient or Anubis. I get it, you know, like pick your maps and then play the ones that you're good at. But yeah, I feel like it would be interesting to see what CCG do on Nuke. And again, I'm not really sure about this map ban because, again, they had either Anubis or Ancient, and they chose Ancient specifically. So it's kind of time to prove yourselves, isn't it?
Yeah, we saw it last time with the Anubis pick, and it kind of fell off a little bit. And they started off well, and then they started losing the momentum. And we don't want to see them losing momentum again in this one, as we do see Zakara's getting a little bit aggressive here with this one. Will he be able to step into this one? Will he spot them out? Floridot, he does manage to get a whiff of the idea, so we might see some Basashes on the other side, sitting in Cheetah, pushing up on the other side. So they've kind of split them up a little bit here. They might be playing mind games with them as the first peak goes through, and it's Trip actually picking that one up. Good signs already coming out from the side of CCG. They managed to take an advantage for the first time so far.
Yeah, there's definitely a good one-player advantage with Ray. He's up next, and they're not ready. Ray gets a easy call out almost there. That's really unfortunate. The side is somewhat still open, but oh, they're ready for everything today. Dark gets another one, and now a 2v4 seems almost impossible. Bomb pretty much going back to mid, but this is going to be a hard take. Sash is there, and he's been performing very well in this game as he gets one and the second. Seems like ReGain cannot be stopped for today. 4 on the board, which is interesting because I just checked their Faceit, you know, their recent games, and it seems like they lost the game 2-13 on Ancient recently. Not exactly an ESEA advance, but still, Ancient is definitely not their strong point.
Might not be. It might be more trying to take stuff away from the other side. Maybe they were more fearful of the Anubis coming in from ReGain, but things are looking messy. Not exactly how we wanted to start this one off. You're saying it's so T-sided, and it's starting to look the other way around at the moment, as they're definitely taking big advantages here. Their utility play is something that's been standing out to me. Is like they know exactly when to push on these ones.
Ooh.
And as I say that, Sasha just proves me wrong.
Yeah, that's the caster's curse, man. Always happens. Never be sure of anything. But yeah, I mean, util is great. Like the way out, they're just locking out lane and pretty much taking full B control, pretty much pushing back CCG to either mid or long. That's a great thing to do. So far, no answer from the CCG, but you know, they also prefer a very slow type of playstyle, I believe. Like CCG, you know, oftentimes they kind of go aggressive maybe at the start of the round, doesn't work out, they kind of just regroup and wait it out a little bit. So bit of a standstill here. Josh, he has spotted one, but I like that they've at least taken B and cave control almost. Ooh, there's 2K. Hold on. Trip is Shadow VC, but he gets one. With another one. crazy stuff coming in from Trip as he opens up the side bomb to go down, and this is the one that CCG had to take.
This is the one they have to take. This is their round to swing it all back. Will they be able to? It's getting closer. The bomb is ticking away, and it looks like it will be theirs. As long as they can hold this one out for a couple more seconds, it's safe. It's good. Zakar, they're trying to get some flashes on. They're trying to use some util to get back onto the site, but it's held really well. They're in good positions here. Even with that smoke, I don't think they'll be able to find this one, will they? But there's a double peek. There it is. Chinchilla manages to get that one, gets the second. And that's the round. That's what we wanted to see, and it's a win.
Yeah, and not only is it's a win on pistols. So look at their cash. You know, they are good for, I believe it's what, 2 more rounds. They pick up the weapons as well. So this is a great rebound for CCG. Very much needed. You know, it's so much better than 0-5 and, you know, buying rifles now because they have all that cash and they have that round on the board. So perhaps a slow start, but I believe they might have started to activate. We saw Trip with a great double. You know, normally he's great with the op, this time with the pocket sniper, still doing great damage. And ooh, I like this, an aggressive play towards mid, although a lot of damage. Yeah, they don't like this, I guess. 3 down, and that's pretty much all she wrote.
Yeah, let's see if they can continue this strike here and finish off the last 2. There is a hope maybe they might be able to get 1 or 2, but it's looking very dicey here. And I have to say, that's a great bounce back coming in from the side of ReGain to immediately take back control of the map, take back this server, as it looked like CCG might have been able to mount some sort of momentum there, but cut short in their prime, as it were. And yeah, it's looking tough here for them. They do manage to get one. Trip manages to get one through the smoke. That's good work there. Those new smokes working wonders in that situation. Chinchilla now trying to step in and find something, but the round looks like it's gotten away from them.
Yeah, not perfect. I mean, I like the approach initially, right? When one guy pushed mid, but there's mollies, there's nades. I felt like, you know, at least somebody smoke molly, do something. But that's not done. So unfortunately for CCG, they're going to lose this round. And now the cash that I was talking about kind of comes in, right? They're able to buy, and I believe if they're good with their finances, you know, drop some weapons, perhaps some Galils, but still, they should be able to buy at least for the next 2 rounds. So at least that's going for them. The round department, not so much.
Yeah, let's see what this is. It's
Ooh,
another
what's
B
that?
hit, but bombs late, lurk on mid. It's they seem to be cut off from B every single time, and A, maybe mid is just the play here. Maybe that's where they should be focusing.
I guess so. I also feel like they could just like wait out these smokes, right? Like maybe even bait out some more util because again, you know, I feel like ReGain, as you mentioned, are really good with their util, but if you're able to waste it, at that point it becomes a bit more of an aim duel, and we know we have some good aimers on CCG, right? Trip proving himself already with the Deagle, but also Chinchilla, you know, has been known to pop some heads.
Yeah, Chinchilla is definitely one of my favorites when it comes to just randomly popping off halfway through a round and just somehow winning it back. Absolutely love that from him, but need to see a little bit more of that from him in this one. Will we be able to see that op sitting in hand? Is just, it's worrying me that it might not work out for them, but it's a risk we're willing to take. Sasha takes out Florida. They're down 1. The spray down will come through from Chinchilla trying to find something back, but that first member's already fallen.
Oh, Trip does get a refrag. He knows position, but Sasha, he's going to take the aggressive peek. That's a bold move and is not able to get it. Missed shot, and another missed one. RPM looking to make things work, though. Still a 2v3. Bomb is not spotted, I believe, so that leaves some guessing room for ReGain, although they have sent 2 towards B, so we'll see how it works out. Engagement, Sasha gets tagged. That's great for CCG. And Sukar is not rotating, so 2v2 with 1 player low is definitely doable for CCG, but instead they opt to, well, save. Didn't notice the clock, but it's 7 seconds.
And not a lot of time left in this one as it just sneaks away from them. And ReGain take their 6th round to 1 CCG, and 2 RPM actually gets another kill after time as well. So at least that's a little bit more of a kick to the CT side as well, because that after death, after time kill will affect that a little bit more. What do you want to see from CCG to turn this one around? Is CT just going to be better from them, or are you worried about the side swap?
At this point, I don't know. I feel like they need to put at least, 4 on the board to even start talking about a comeback because even if they win 5 rounds in a row now, right, for the rest of this half, they still need to have an amazing CD side. But I feel like they at least need 2 or 3 rounds more to even make it feasible, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it's a great comeback by CCG, but seems like Sasha, he does not want to give anything through the smoke floor that goes down. And that's quite unfortunate, although they get a refrag. So 4v4 is in play.
Oh, that comes through, but the tag is there. Rin manages to take out Sasha on the other side, though, so they're mounting a comeback slowly. Will they be able to finish this one off? They still need to get that bomb down. They still need to get onto that site. They still need to clean up the rest. Will they be able to? As the back off is coming through, they've figured out that it should be on B. Are they going to be able to get this bomb down? Time still ticking away here, Twist. I'm getting worried now.
Yeah, flashbacks to the last round, but I mean, in this one, they have a bit of more of a fighting chance. 4PM, this is the big engagement and goes down dry, nothing for him. So now Zuko is going to watch this. Even Molly comes in. Chinchilla does get one, but burns to a crisp. So now 1v2 from Trip, actually, and gets the op shot as well. This is feasible. Bomb goes down. He does not know where Dark is. Oh, the timing is everything, and Trip unfortunately falls. Great attempt by Trip, down to a 1v1, but that's not the round. I don't know, Sador. I feel like anything, like if CCG can do anything here, perhaps it's play on the fact that, probably ReGain are getting a bit more overconfident. We saw Sasha making a peek that probably he should not have made towards Cave. So I don't know, for CCG, maybe just hold angles. What do you think about that?
Maybe wait for some over-aggression, maybe try and find something for themselves, but it's just seeming way too hard at this stage for them to actually win the duels. They're just getting out-aimed on some of these angles, and there's been a little bit of unlucky terms of damage with Sasha surviving on 6 HP in 1 or 2 of the situations. The 2 RPM says no to that, and out-aims there. Sasha managed to get one back on Chinchilla, but it's still very, very tough for an decision. Trip manages to take out the car. That's a decent bit of work there, and the bomb has been planted. This is the best we've seen them so far.
Yes, CCG are 1 for 1 in terms of denying retakes, so looking to make it 2 for 2 is Rin. Another great smoke shot. We've seen a lot of those today. Sasha is able to get one, but I feel like that's just some damage and nothing more. As Trip takes him down, this is, in fact, an easy lockdown. The op is still in play, though. I don't think CCG... Ooh, I think they spotted it on a mini-map. I don't think they're going for it. So, for Trip, if he wants it, he'll have to buy it. ReGain do save an op, but hey, at least they get another on the board. Question though, why are they not going A? I know that, on Ancient you mostly just, it's a rush B simulator, but still, I feel like for CCG perhaps trying out A could be an option.
Change something up. We had this issue before with Anubis where on their attacking side, it was very, very difficult for them to change things up. They just felt like they had to keep going towards, I believe it was B every single time. It just seems like they don't have the right answers for what they want to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to say that ReGain, again, as you mentioned, they're doing great in terms of util, but I feel like it's not like CCG are just clueless about what they're doing. I honestly think ReGain are showing us a great Ancient right now, getting right back into the server. Sorry for this quick pause. I believe it's CS2, probably a Valve issue. You don't know who to blame Valve.
Yeah, we're gonna see them break back into this one. It's looking like it's quiet on all fronts for the moment. We'll have to see if they can break their way into this one. They are trying down mid at the moment. That's where their first pokes are coming from. And that's kind of where I wanted them to be focusing in the first couple of rounds, but it's a little bit late now.
Yeah, I feel like this is a great step. It is a bit late, but still, if you don't take mid control, that's a big problem, because then there's only one place you can be, which is B. Because on A, if you have like one semi-aggressive player kind of peeking towards that cave area, like you're gonna know they're probably not A, right? So I feel like with this mid control, at least they're limiting ReGain's options. This is going to be an interesting duel. Oh, the timing there. Dark gets a freebie and another one. Unfortunate. Florida goes down as well. And even though Trip is able to refrag, there's 35 on the clock. And hard site to crack.
Hard side to crack and a hard team to beat at the moment. They are playing insanely well, and we can't give them enough credit for how well they are playing. ReGain here. Joshy managed to take Trip through a wall with the op, and there's one more for him to finish that round off. And look, they're playing it insanely well, and we're enjoying every moment of them doing it. But CCG, we just want to see something new from them to try get something here.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I feel like a comeback is. I'm somewhat of a comeback believer. You know, I always believe, yeah, there might be a comeback, but even for me, I feel like at least three on the board, right? At least three, because otherwise it's just gonna be too hard to crack. They're gonna have to have a better CD side than ReGain in order to do that. But with that still in the works, let's see how this 11th round of play goes.
Yeah, it's a swap up coming soon, and that's where you'll have to make sure that mental stays solid, the morale stays good in the group. And we've seen CCG come back previously from very, very tough positions. At least I have in the past. I haven't caught too many of the games this season, maybe 3, but it has been something that they could do before. But it just seems they're out moraled right now. The mental just isn't there. They need to regroup, rethink, and re-strategize here because ReGain have them at every corner.
Yeah, I feel like maybe a bit of a miscommunication. I don't know, just dry peeking, an angle that's usually held by an op. Again, this time the op misses, but it's still a very hard thing to do for CCG, as Joshy gets another. He's just been electric with the op tonight. Trib does get a headshot on him, so that's a good frag to get. The bomb's gonna move towards A, and even though, you know, the early A peak pulled some rotations, seems like they've sent at least one back, so at this point, it's pretty much pick your poison, right? 2 on each side.
Pick your poison. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to fight here as they are slowly coming around this corner, slowly peeking this one? And Sasha sitting into a corner, not going to give anything. Here comes the flash. Here comes the double bounce. And they find nothing so far. There's the peak. Zakor gets through. Trip manages to trade it back, but there's Raytex to finish that one up. And ReGain 9-2 now. And it's looking a little bit washy.
Yeah, I mean, ReGain are doing a great job with the util, and when the util runs out, they're doing a great job at refragging, right? Like, pretty much everywhere that they hold it together. Not exactly crossfires, pretty much just kind of watching the same angle or very in close proximity, and then, well, if somebody kills your teammate, you are very easily, it's very easy to refrag him. So, with 9 on the board, I think a timeout was a needed thing, probably even a few rounds before, because at this point it's like, well, what can we really do? Probably win this round. You know, at this point you just have to take that one round, one kill at a time mentality.
Yeah, it's one round at a time. We could pick it up from here. We've got some rifles. We've got the aim. We've done it before. We can do it again. And every single round matters from this point on. You don't want to give them those double digits. That's when it really starts to weigh heavy on you. That this could be all over right now, and you could be losing this matchup. And right now, that util slowing them down, trying to poke out any bit of information they can. Bit of an aggressive play going out from the car, and the knife is in hand, and Chinchilla has landed himself in a bit of hot water.
Yeah, that's in 3 rounds, I believe. 3 players that went down to, well, throwing util and getting killed while doing so. Though this round could be a bit different. CCG have managed to crack open the B bomb site, and currently there's no help. Util comes in as well. They've, I think, heard Zuka arriving, so at this point RPM just needs to play the waiting game. Just play on sound whenever you hear any kind of sound. Probably take the peek, you know. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, nice, actually, smoke damage there. Well, they're definitely gonna go for it. It's the last round. But I think CCG have a pretty good setup, although this long could be causing problems. Are pushing up. RPM gets 1, gets 2. And that's a 1v2, which is almost impossible for Ray. They know where he is, no time on the clock. And CCG have managed to secure the 3rd.
They do manage to get back to a 9-3.
Look at the scoreboard.
I don't want to. It hurts my feelings. No, honestly, it is a very, very tough matchup for them here, and it's looking like that as well. One thing that I've always preferred Ancient on CT myself. I know that's a bit of a weird one because T has been winning more on it now, but CT historically was a decent matchup, and maybe they are just going to be playing a CT-sided Ancient both sides, and we might see that comeback mount. But still, it's very, very tough from this position, and I just hope they can carry themselves through on this one.
Yeah, a must-win round for CCG. As it is going to be B, at least the call is correct. But seems like ReGain, they don't exactly want to go for a fast push. They want to make CCG play the guessing game. Although Util now comes in, Rin starting to burn a lot of flash as well. He's going to get caught off guard. That's an easy one for ReGain. Smokes are there, bomb can be secured, and RPM can't do anything as well. So a 3v5 for CCG, a very hard B-bomb site retake. Smoke disappears. Chinchilla gets given a freebie, although Ray takes him down. Bit of a standstill here, but I think they know where everyone is. Ray gets one, and Chinchilla, oh, he's crispy with it today, but only 3 for him, as he's not able to make the ace. That is going to be the unfortunate double digits on the board.
Yeah, it's like one of the final nails in the coffin when they start to get to those double-digit ranges, and it's going to be tough. It's not going to get any easier for them from this point on. It's a lot of rounds in a row you have to win. You slip once, and you're getting slowly just taken out. But it's good to see them start off on the right foot. We could see a big CT side swing here for them, and we're praying for it, right?
Sure, but I feel like this round were enough, right? Like 5 USPs, they are gonna push up. Util comes in, and that's a shooting gallery for ReGain. Pretty much everyone down. Only Trip with his USP. I mean, look, if he gets one and perhaps back 10, that would be great, but Dark puts an end to that plan, and that's 11 on the board. Look, yeah, I know it doesn't look great. That's probably an understatement, but to play devil's advocate, I also actually like CD side on Ancient, mainly because I like to op. I like to play with the op mainly, and I feel like Ancient is quite good for opping. Maybe not in like top, like in tier 1 pro play, but I feel like in tier 2, as much as I've seen, you can pretty much just hold an angle, get a pick, you know, rotate over, get another one. So with Trip on the team, a great topper, perhaps that's somewhat of a fighting chance, but still, they need to get, you know, 3-4 rounds on the board to even start, even make us start, you know, thinking about the comeback.
Maybe 11-3. Getting a little bit aggressive now and rushing forward just a little bit. Got to step back. More spray coming through there. Florida. Careful with this angle. Here come the flames. Rin, you've got a big opportunity here. He manages to get one, but gets traded back almost immediately by Joshy, but not without taking some health off of Joshy. Joshy now low. Joshy in a little bit of trouble. Trip holding that util, knowing that Florida wants to try to get something from this one. Zakar is tucked into a corner. That bomb slowly making its way around. This could be a massive swing for them here if they can find this bomb. But no, he's turned the wrong way.
The mini map.
Leaping, here it goes. There it is. And no, it's actually Ray to finish that one off. Lost another member, and there's another one as Zakar is just tucked in. Rat play, being sneaky, and they have their choice of sites now.
Yeah, I don't think they spotted the bomb either, right? Sasha got the kill, I believe, but, well, that was from behind, so probably no bomb spot. So at this point, they're going to play one mid, one B, which I guess is all right, you know, a B stack would be another option, but no, it's going to be RPM towards mid, getting Ray, and now they know for sure, but I think a 2v2 retake is in the works here.
Let's see how this one works out. Bomb is planted. There it is. Trip manages to get one, gets Sasha. That could spell something, but Zakar will finish that one off. A half HP. Here comes the tap. Will they peek? Yes, they will, but they're going to take their time with this one. It is a one-on-one. Take your time with this one, and you might be able to get something from it. There it is, and it is something back as that defuse comes through.
Yeah, that looked a bit shaky. Wait, I think he does have time. I think the 10-second timer just started. Yeah, he has time for sure. But, yeah, looked a bit shaky there. I mean, no defuse kit, fair enough. No smokes, no util either, but still they get around the board. You know, at this point, again, it's about just playing one round at a time. Perhaps Trip gets his op. Let's actually look at the cache. Seems like, yeah, no op for now, but at least they've gotten that one. At least they've shown themselves they can win those rifle rounds on the CD side. Now it really just comes down to, well, good util, you know, and repetition.
repetition, clean comms, good aim, and the opportunity is there. Just can't be missing out on any more of these opportunities. You can't give them an inch or they will take a mile, and that mile will bring them over the threshold to win this one. 2 rounds in the difference here, and let's see what's going to happen next as Florida manages to win that one out. Sasha does fall, a big hitter there gone, but Sakar on the other side takes out Chinchilla, and that is dangerous work.
Yeah, CCG are playing this so aggressively. Last round as well, we saw somebody pushing up B long, towards even T spawn almost. Ooh, Trip gets one, but it's still gonna be B, and Florida, he has to make it so big here. He's getting spotted, but he gets one, and I think gets away. What a play from Florida. Now has to worry about Cave, as it will be spotted and taken care of. That is still huge damage put up by Florida. So now, the rest of the team has to do the same. Bomb has arrived at the bomb site, smokes down, so another 2v2. Last time CCG were successful, this time we're switching sites. B bomb site did not get proven that they're able to retake. I don't think Dark spotted him. Trip might stop moving and gets the frag. Great for CCG. 5 on the board now. Still a long way to go, but look, it was 3-11. We talked about 3-4 rounds, and then we might start believing, well, those 3 have shrunk into 1.
Yeah, it's getting good. 11-5, and this is where they could really do some damage down to that economy that's just been kind of chunked away on slowly. They're slowly setting them back bit by bit, and I'm a little bit hopeful. There's a glimmer of hope there now, and this is where I think they start to rejuvenate the squad. They start to think a little bit better, think a little bit more aggressively and confident and step forward. But that is a heavy rush coming through. And are they ready for it? No, they're not, as the car managed to take out the first one. Florida does fall. They do lose 2 more of the car, and Sasha will fall on the other side. There's a flank coming through as well. It's messy. It's all over the place. There's a plant attempt. Joshy manages to get one with that pistol. Trip does fall. Chinchilla will clean it up. It's the corner. They know it is. And that's the round we wanted to see. That was messy, but they got it. And it was exceptional aim.
Yeah, I mean, almost giving the bomb plant away. I believe it was only Mac 10s or SMGs on the side of ReGain, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What matters most is they win the round, they get their confidence back. And I feel like at this point, if you're CCG, I think you're definitely starting to get the confidence back. If anything, for the side of ReGain, they're so close, it's so far. Oftentimes, closing out those last 2-3 rounds is the hardest. So perhaps they get another one. I feel like that could just, change the mental completely.
Good, and this is what I was talking about. CT side just favored. Never mind the stats, it's all CT. As there goes the push from Rain. Maybe I'll find something on this. They might be able to know. It's actually 2 easy kills getting picked up by Drax and Raytex, and he manages to get another one. The pistol monster that he is manages to take those. The bomb has also been planted here, and CTs have been routed.
Look, I have to shame CCG a little bit for the util usage there, right? Like last round, this happens. This exact thing happens. They just L5 push ramp. No, there's no smoke, no molly to stop that. And well, after that happening and them securing the retake, the same thing happens again. I feel like CCG, we saw ReGain smoking pretty much everything, limiting CCG to only mid and A. And for CCG, well, they kind of just give way more map control, and for that they get punished a lot. So Trip, she's going to be looking to save that up, which I do believe is going to be possible, but still a very tough round to lose. Again, right when you're getting that momentum, you lose to just bare pistols.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate swing. Pistols is probably one of the worst ways to head out of one of these. It's going to hurt more than anything else if you do manage to lose a pistol, and then it just reverberates through the team. That mental just goes, and it's very, very tough. It's one round. You can't let it slip once from this point, or it is all over. And keep an eye on what they can do with this one. Will they be able to swing this one back? There's still the underlying question that they are a good enough team to do this. Of course they are. It's a matter of getting it across the line. But once again, it's just Trick getting the first one. Raytex manages to get 2 and 1 while flashed and smoked and everything. And I think that could be lights out for them right here, right now.
Yeah, 3 frags from Ray coming in. Started off great with an advantage for CCG, but now 2v4. and Ray is still hungry for more. He's at 100 HP. He's gotten 3 players and not suffered a bit. That nade is going to be pretty big, though. Good find from Floridiate, and he gets a frag as well. Still keeping this competitive, still keeping this plausible. I guess this next engagement will decide the fate of the match. He's holding it, and great shot by Floridiate. Headshot, and now only Zukar left, but he's... Oh, that's a great positioning. Catches Ruin off guard, so now 1v2. A is under attack, but Floridiate has to rotate over and do it. Hull. He has to be the hero of this round, perhaps even the whole game. As the smoke comes in, he has arrived, so not the worst of time situations here, but still has to clear 2 players. No util from what I can see, so you know how hard it is to clear those players off, don't it?
Yeah, one of those positions that just has always been monstrous when it comes to retakes, and if you can get control of it, it can make all the difference. But here comes the tap. There's 2 sitting in there. This is a tough round to win, and no, ReGain take it. And CCG, they just weren't aiming today. They just missed some key opportunities, and back to some of that util usage that I spoke about, it just didn't seem the same when they were on the CT side.
Yeah, look, I can't say that maybe some unfortunate rounds. We saw that 1v1, we saw another, I believe, 2v2 that we lost. It wasn't like it was close, but at the same time, Regain just seemed better at the util department and in general. When we saw what happened was like 11-6, and then they just pushed B 2 times in a row, and it somehow was work out. So yeah, for CCG, I mean, not the worst of attempts, but still, I feel like just a lot of mistakes made today, and yeah, some things to think about for the next game.
Definitely some things to think about, and of course, hopefully we'll be there once again to bring it all for you. But this was a quick one, Trust, and hopefully the next time we'll get a bit more of a fight, or CCG will do the walkover. But right now we do have to say goodbye. It was, of course, myself, Sader, and Twist bringing you CCG versus ReGain. Congratulations to ReGain, commiserations to CCG, and we will see you all next time. Peace.
Goodbye.